Let's begin the debate tonight on whether Narendra Modi has gone a bit overboard in these claims. Deepender Singh Hooda is an emerging leader at the national level. He's also the Chief Minister's son. He's a member of Parliament from the Lok Sabha of the Congress Party, one of the emerging Gen Next Congress leaders. Deepender feels that what Narendra Modi has said is inappropriate. Meghnad Desai doesn't think so. He's joining us from Goa. Lord Meghnad Desai, welcome. Yatin Oza is here to back Narendra Modi's point of view. Dr. Balachandra Mungekar, who has joined us here in the studio, has been writing extensively about what he calls the myth and the reality of the Gujarat story, and I'll be joined by the BJP's National Treasurer Piyush Goyal in a few minutes. You think he's gone a bit overboard? Lord Meghnad Desai, you think Narendra Modi has gone a bit overboard in pitching himself?
I think Narendra Modi does what he always wants to do. He wants to provoke Congress and he wants to provoke everybody else. But in one way, he has always competed for investment and it's open to any other state to do so. Where I think the contentious problem is that given the trouble at the Manesar plant in Haryana, that situation needs to be resolved, and I don't think Maruti Suzuki can just up routes from there and move to Gujarat. If they're going to move to Gujarat, they'll have to move to Gujarat in addition to restoring the Manesar plant. So I think that is why he's provocative. He's provocative because he has mentioned this at a time when the Manesar plant has gone through one of the worst crises of labor relations India has seen in many, many years. And I think that crisis needs to be resolved by the Haryana government before long. But I think Modi should not be reacted to. Let him say what he likes, and he should be just taken to be just an ordinary chief minister going abroad like chief ministers do. If Congress reacts, Congress will lose.
Yeah, but you know, here's a situation. Deepender Hooda, you have the Narendra Modi pitching himself in Japan, saying, look at me, I have put out, I'm laying out a whole separate, investment city for Japanese companies. I'm doing this for Maruti Suzuki, I'm doing that for another Japanese company, at a time when in another Congress ruled state, your state, where your father's the chief minister, there is an absolute mess over labor relations. At least that's what Lord Meghnad Desai is saying. Do you acknowledge the mess? And do you think that for someone like Narendra Modi is putting you on the defensive?
You may have to give me a couple of minutes to respond to this comprehensive.
These are introductory comments, so take your time.
First of all, whatever Mr. Modi does or says to promote Gujarat as an investment destination, I don't have any problem with that. In fact, when he's in Japan, he's an Indian chief minister, doesn't matter which party he belongs to, and if he can get and attract more investment into Gujarat, I'm all for it. The problem arises when he starts saying that Gujarat is a more developed state or most developed state in the country.
He says there's no comparison.
No comparison, and has left all the Indian states behind.
We only compete with developed countries.
Now, the problem with that is he's being the judge and jury himself. I mean, I can make a claim that Haryana is the most developed states amongst all Indian states.
Are you going to debate on figures, or are you putting this out?
No, that's what I'm saying. I mean, we have to have a neutral judge. What could be the neutral judge? The United Nations, the World Bank, Planning Commission. Per capita income. Haryana's per capita income is 92,000 in last year compared to Gujarat. Gujarat of 64,000.
Piyush, no, 1 second. I have to tell Piyush Goyal that Piyush Goyal, welcome into the debate. Let Deepender Hooda make his point of view. He's come with 10 figures today, which he says he's going to use to bust Narendra Modi's claim of Gujarat being the most developed state. So let him make his claim, you make your claim.
Okay.
Our viewers will see the numbers.
And I want indulgence of my good friend Piyush and Lord Meghnad Desai at this point.
Sure, go on.
Per capita income. That's the easiest way to compare any two developed states. Haryana is the number one in the country with 92,000. Where is Gujarat? Number 6, 63,000. Annual growth rate, the last 9 to 10 years, that's roughly the time frame that Modi's been in Gujarat and Congress has been in Haryana. Annual growth rate of Haryana has been 10.4% for the last 10 years. That's number 2 in the country. In fact, number 1 is Uttarakhand, which was ruled for the most part by BJP, and I have no problem saying that if Uttarakhand makes that claim, because it's a fact. Gujarat is 15th in the country, 6.1%. Annual per capita annual plan. Annual plan budget for Gujarat is 51,000 crores. For Haryana is 26,500 crores. But Gujarat is 4.5 times the land size of Haryana. And just the annual planned budget is just twice the size of Haryana, and per capita annual planned budget.
I don't think
per capita investment.
Square feet area is a...
the population-wise as well. Gujarat has 25 members of parliament compared to 10 from Haryana. Now another interesting figure, per capita investment. Gujarat may have cumulative higher investment than Haryana. Per capita investment, Haryana ranked as first in the country and Gujarat ranks as fourth in the country. Human Development Index, that's another way of looking at development. United Nations, Human Development Index. Kerala has the highest Human Development Index in the country. Haryana ranks at 5th, Gujarat ranks at 10th. Annual GSDP growth rate, I mean again, Gujarat is 10th in the country and Haryana 2nd. So there are enough facts and figures to prove that Gujarat is not the most developed state in the country by far. In fact, I'm going to say this. Okay. Gujarat has underperformed in the last 10 years because Gujarat has the highest coastline, one of the highest coastlines in our country. Compared to a landlocked state like India, Haryana is leaving Gujarat behind in per capita income, in growth rates, as measured by Gujarat state itself. And Mr. Modi goes there and makes this claim. See, like I said, I have no problem in Mr. Modi saying anything.
Then why does every doyen from Mukesh Ambani to Ratan Tata pay tribute to the role played by Narendra Modi in the Gujarat growth story?
See,
the same industry who are urging the Congress-led government to get their act together.
I mean, I would say there is one word in politics that we tend to underplay. That's called PR. Mr. Modi has made a claim there that he's the first Indian Chief Minister to have been invited in Japan, while the Haryana Chief Minister has been invited twice already to Japan. I mean, 60% of Japanese investment is in Haryana. Maruti Suzuki is putting up their next, the world's largest R&D center at a third location in Haryana. And in fact, he talked about the Mr. Meghna Desai, of all the people, learned Lord Desai talked about labor unrest.
Yeah.
The Economic Survey of India conducted by Planning Commission, which is the state which tops in labor unrest, Gujarat. I mean, General Motors strike there in Gujarat has gone on for 2 months. It's, not been reported adequately in the media.
Died.
And,
One second. Getting responses. Mr. Hooda, you have managed to provoke Lord Meghnad Desai right at the start. And Piyush Goyal wants to have a go at you. So who do we go with first? Meghnad Desai? Okay. Now Piyush.
Listen, somebody actually died in Manesar in the worst labor...
Lord Desai's rebut, please, Piyush first. And then I'll give you a longer time to rebut Hooda. Meghnad Desai.
Arnab, my dear friend Deepender is a very young, enthusiastic member of parliament. And I have seen him come very well prepared today for this debate. But he misses the major point. Statistics is something even I am adept at. You have seen me on your shows. We can play with statistics to prove our point all the time. I will just demolish all of my friend Deepender's points by just one observation. Haryana is a completely centered around Gurgaon state. The entire GDP of Haryana, the entire per capita income, all of that is centered around the development of Gurgaon, which draws very largely on the Delhi economy. Whereas Gujarat has been a state which traditionally was very backward, and the development of Gujarat has been spread over the entire length and breadth of that state, rather than centered around one or two urban centers. Second point to note is, Gujarat never claims to have government doing business. In fact, Mr. Modi is on record to say the government has no business to be in business. They only facilitate the private sector to come in, expand their business. Gujarat provides the enabling environment. Gujarat provides high quality infrastructure, 24/7 power, high class internet broadband connectivity, all the enablers to doing good business. Unfortunately, Haryana has not been able to provide all of that. Despite all the tall claims that my dear friend is making.
Gujarat. The reaction that is coming strongly from Deepender Hooda, please listen to me, sir, is because there is a feeling that in the process of marketing himself, Narendra Modi is running down other state governments, which he has. If you say, I don't compete with any Indian state any longer, they are all far behind. I compete with the developed countries. You're marketing
I am
yourself
sorry, Arnab,
and your style of running the economy.
Against
But
any other state.
that's your individual
He has not
PR.
uttered a word against any other state. It is, I thought we are all proud about India as one country. My friend Deepender and I were both in England on one mission, and where we were all defending India. Wherever it came to India, we were all together. I was in Japan, by the way, with representatives of Mr. Hooda's government from Haryana when there was a big conference in Tokyo. And over there, the claims made by Haryana, and I originally come from Haryana, were so tall, but I didn't join issue. I supported that.
Can we get
Let's
back to
first
reality?
set the terms of the debate tonight. Let's first set the terms of the debate. What are we debating? Here's someone who says, don't be unfair to my state in the process of making your pitch in a foreign country.
Why are they apologetic about
the debate, gentlemen?
In fact, I'm going to say, you know, when Mr. Modi is in Gujarat, he's a chief minister of an Indian state. It doesn't matter which party he belongs to. Whatever he says to attract investment in Gujarat, I totally welcome it. In fact, if there's any Japanese investors listening to me right now, I'm going to tell them that, you know, come to Gujarat. Come to Haryana, come to any part of India, and you know, Gujarat is a very progressive state. Gujarat has done extremely well, and you know, I welcome if any Japanese investor comes to Gujarat. My problem is that Gujarat, his claim that there is no other Indian state which comes to comparison. See, I don't know what Mr. Modi's plans are and BJP's plans are, but you know, Congress is a national party. Congress has to stand for all Indian states. And secondly, Mr. Piyush, Piyush and I were together in Oxford, like he rightly said. And you know, during the Oxford trip, I remember you picking on numbers all the time. You said, you know, statistics is what proved the fact. How can you, you know, completely change when you come to
but that's right. That's what I told you.
I remember, I've been a student with you.
Let me tell you, it's not good for a chartered accountant to be accused of not emphasizing on numbers. Piyush Goyal is a chartered accountant. Piyush, 1 minute. Balchandra Mungekar has a follow-up question to you. Mr. Mungekar, my question to you is, Narendra Modi says, I gave 24/7 uninterrupted power supply without trying to be, you know, too tough with Deepender. The fact is, Gurgaon is a mess. Gurgaon, which you call...
And Arnab, he has not increased power tariff in 6
economic
years.
hub for around the national capital region. People survive on gensets. 1 second. Get the fact. People survive on gensets. Narendra Modi is pitching himself against that.
Now let us try to widen the terms of debate. What we are discussing till now is Haryana versus Gujarat. That is absolutely wrong.
One Congress state versus one BJP state. One Congress state.
Just listen. The basic question is, Gujarat is one of the developing states in India, and I take pride in that. But Gujarat claim that it is crown among the jewels. It is absolutely unsustainable. What Mr. Piyush Goyal just now was saying, let us not quote statistics. There are hundreds of figures in different areas of social economy, political economy, human development index,
what about the 11